Hey everybody, we are going to be going over two examples for electron configuration for your practice before you take your quick check to see how things are going. So we are going to try to write the electron configuration for sodium and for sulfur. So if we find sodium on our periodic table, find Na here. Na's position is in the third period and it sits in the S block. So we know kind of right off the bat that our electron configuration is going to end in a 3s. And because sodium is in the first block, sodium's going to end in 3s1. So all we have to do is go through all the subshells to get to that sodium, starting with the 1s. So we're going to go through the two blocks of the 1s shell and write down 1s2. Go through the 2s shell to get there. Then go through the 2p shell and drop off 6 electrons there. We still have electrons left to get to sodium, so we are going to end up having to put our last electrons in the 3s shell. And because of the fact that there are only 11 electrons, there's 1 electron left, and so our electron configuration for sodium is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. All right. The second practice one is going to be sulfur, and sulfur, based on where it sits, lands in the 3p block. And if we count its position, it's in the 1, 2, 3, 4th box. So its electron configuration is going to end in 3p4. And what we had to do is go all the way through all the shells from the nucleus all the way out to the 3p shell and fill those in. So it is going to be the 1s2, because I put 2 electrons in the 1s shell. Then 2s2, because I put 2 electrons in the 2s shell. I have to get rid of 6 electrons in the 2p shell, so it's 2p6. I have to go through the 3s shell to get to sulfur, and I have to go through both blocks of that, so I'm going to write 3s2, and then sulfur is 3p, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my electron configuration is going to be 3p4. So when we think about this, remember, they fill up like an onion. So if my nucleus is here, we fill in the 1s shell first, then the 2s shell, then the 2p, then the 3s, and then the 3p. And we drop off as many electrons as we are able to in each of the shells. So we get 2 electrons in the 1s, 2 in the 2s, 6 in the 2p, 2 in the 3s, and then our last 4 electrons go into the 3p shell. And if we'd have more, we'd keep on going. All right, hopefully that clears things up. Take the quick check, see if you have any questions, and get them cleared up in a Google Meet.